Oh, good morning. It's a nice day today, so I decided to just go drive out to the gorge, do a hike. I'm going to be going to the Columbia River Gorge and the Dog Mountain trailhead. So it's going to be an hour's drive here from Portland. So I'm just heading out right now from close to the airport and my home. Just got some breakfast here at the Burger King. They with me. Okay, well, it'll be an hour drive, so I'm going to be heading out on my way. Okay, so here I am at the trailhead, and I'm about to start my hike. There's bought a parking ticket here. It's about $5. It's $5, but there's a machine there you could use, so you don't have to use cash. And here's the Dog Mountain trailhead. So right in the middle of the gorge here with the mountains all around. So it's 3.8 miles to the top from down here, and it's fairly steep from what I remember. I don't know if the trail has improved a little bit. This is a map of the trail. Okay, so it's been over 10 years since I've done this trail. Over the years it's gotten more popular, so now they have to have during weekends, you have to have reservations to park in that parking lot. But otherwise, it's $5. You can use the machine there to buy a parking ticket on normal days. Alright, so here it is. It's starting to go up. Yeah. So it's been over 10 years. Like I said, 10 years ago, I had a health incident which kind of stopped me from doing this for a little bit, and I've hesitated for a while, but this is my favorite hike in the gorge. Once you get to the top, there's really like all these fields of wildflowers that you can see. Really nice. I think they're supposed to be in bloom right now, so all right. Okay, I think I'm almost to the top of the first third, and it's opening up a little bit. I don't think I did that. I think I'm making good time. It's probably only been about 15 to 20 minutes. Not sure. Okay, but okay, I'm gonna go on. Yeah. So I was watching a hiking video where he said it would be helpful to kind of step on your heels first, then lean forward, and that'll take less energy going uphill. I'm using these trekking poles also, which help, I think, with the lean forward bit. I see a lot of younger people not using trekking poles. When I was younger, I didn't really use them. So I think this is the first time I've actually used them. And they're very helpful when you get older, especially with your joints and stuff. Yeah, okay. Getting warmer and we're getting to sweat a bit. So let's see if we can get it to the first third. Got the first third of this trail done. First third. So over here the trail splits in two. You have difficult or more difficult. Now I usually take more difficult. A couple advantages to that. One is it's shaded, mostly shaded. And for me at least, it's easier to go up a steep slope rather than go down it. So going down a steep slope is kind of difficult. Or trying to brake yourself, you end up spending more energy braking yourself, and then you might fall, lose your balance. But yeah, okay. So let's see. Let me look at the sign again. Make sure I'm headed the right way. Here it says more difficult or difficult. Okay, so I think, is it that or this? Oh no, this one here is difficult, I think, and this one here is more difficult. Okay, all right, on our way. This more difficult trail starts fairly flat though, and then it starts climbing steeply. Okay, it's nice today, not too many people. I think this park can get really crowded, especially on weekends. But right now, I've only seen a handful of people, which is nice. Okay. Yeah, I like doing these hikes sometimes. So it's quiet. It's kind of a meditative thing. Clear your mind of thoughts. And another reason I'm doing this now is to prepare myself. In less than a couple months, I'm going on a trip to Japan, and I want to try to attempt Mount Fuji again. Last time I tried it, I was going too slow, so I was with a group and I was going too slow. So the leader told me to stay behind at the 8th station and not go to the summit. So I just stayed there. Although it was a nice view there, kind of disappointing. I wanted to see the summit. This time I'm just going to go on my own, so I can go on my own pace. But that also depends on the weather. If it's wet, I'm probably not even going to go at all. If there's any moisture or anything. But if it's fairly dry, I'll probably do it. We'll see. I allotted myself a couple of days for that in Tokyo. Probably take the train over to and the bus over to the starting point. There's a lot of transportation options, and you're doing it yourself. And I already booked a mountain hut to stay in for the night. So it's going to be one night up. Go up, sleep for one night, wake up at the just past midnight, head for the summit. Oops, I tripped on something. Yeah, I better watch my step here. Okay, so here I am. It should be going up any moment now. And I'm beginning to work up a sweat. I guess that's part of it. Okay, this is the part where it starts to get steep a little bit. Fortunately, there's not a lot of rocks on the trail. So makes it a little easier, even though it's steep. And as far as trying out this hiking technique, with the poles, I naturally lean forward anyway. I think I'm doing good with that. But as far as stepping on your heels first before your foot, that's kind of harder. It's hard to tell whether it's helping or not. Maybe I'll have to wait until the end or compare it with a different hike. But I don't know if I can do the normal way of just stepping normally. I think this is naturally the way you tend to end up hiking on a steep slope anyway. So that's probably good. Okay. All right. Okay, I think we're almost at the part where it meets the other trail. And it's absolutely beautiful here with these trees and the quiet. Yeah, during the weekend you'll probably be coming up to people all the time. But right now it's just so quiet. Okay, let's get going. Here. So we're going to be taking this way going down. It's difficult, but not more difficult. And see, trail continues to go up. It's a little bit more steepness, and then it'll level off quite a bit. But I think most of the hard part is behind us here. And once we get up there, past this, you can see the wildflowers, fields of wildflowers. Okay, so I'm gonna continue on. Okay, it's starting to clear up. We're finally at the wildflowers. Okay, not too far from the top. It's a nice day. Okay, this is before we get to the summit up there. This is a trail going around the summit. Okay, whew. It's nice and cool here with the wind. A great view of the gorge. Oh, there's Wind Mountain. These yellow flowers I think are called camas or balsamwood. That's what the town over there, the suburb of Portland, is named after, camas. And you can see Hood River over in the distance also. Yeah. All right. Of Dog Mountain, but there's really not much of a view up here. It's kind of overgrown. So I'm gonna head back down a little bit where more people are hanging out. You have a better view from there. All right, so I'm at this clearing here. You can see Mount St. Helens through the trees over there in the distance. And on this side is the tip of Mount Hood. And I think this mountain here across the river is Mount Defiance. I'm gonna be resting a bit before heading back down. Took me about maybe 2.5 to 3 hours to get up, which I don't think is too bad. Maybe going down will be quicker, I don't know. I tend to be slower sometimes so I don't trip and fall. Yeah, okay. Going back in a few. And there's some more flowers here. We got a closer view of it. Some different colors. I don't know exactly what they're called, but some of it is like lupine, and I guess except this yellow one, which is very common. And a better view of Mount St. Helens over in the distance. Okay. These nice white ones over here. There's some red-orange ones over there. Okay. There's this steep slope. So I don't fall, tumble down. Okay. Alright, I gotta continue on. Head back down. Some more wildflowers. As we head back down, this is like a huge field over here. Okay.
About a third of the way down. Okay, so I'm going to be going down this way rather than the way I went up. This should be less steep and probably easier on me as far as my knees are concerned. Seems to take more energy, or about the same amount of energy going up. When you're going down, trying to prevent yourself from slipping. But this should have a lot more level parts from what I can remember. It's a long time ago. But also it's a bit more exposed to sun, so that's one disadvantage. It's not as tree covered, but I don't think there's much of that. Okay, so I'm giving myself, maybe to be generous, a couple hours. Maybe it'll take me longer because I can be slow, but I'll see. Okay, we're continuing on. What I remember about this part going down is that a couple of times, last 2 times, we saw rattlesnakes here, or we heard them rattling. And I think they come out here when it's sunny. They come out to the sun areas to sun themselves because it's warm. Okay, yeah. So far I haven't seen any, but I'll keep an eye out. They're small rattlesnakes, so I don't think the venom would be enough to kill you, but it can probably do some bit of damage. So just be careful. They do warn you. I think the rattle will warn you if they're close by, but none so far. Maybe because so many people are here now. This trail has become so popular that maybe they're avoiding the area. I remember the same thing about the in the other part of the gorge. I forgot the name of the little animal. They look like squirrels. Yeah, okay. But in the rocky areas, there used to be them. You can hear them squeaking, but now they're mostly gone. All right, we've come to a bit of a clearing, and there's a good view of the wildflower fields and the summit from here. I think I remember now the name of that animal. They were called pika. Okay, so just a short rest, and then we're going to be continuing on. Road here. Over there's a sign saying the easy way is that way, or the difficult way and most difficult. So I just came down the difficult, went up the most difficult. I think it's less than a mile down. About 10 switchbacks from what I remember. But I'm tired, so I'm going to lie down here a little bit and rest. Hopefully I wake up. Okay. Okay, made it back to the parking lot. Can't wait to get back into the car and turn on the AC. So it's getting pretty warm even with the wind here. And here we are. That should do it for our hike for today. Just have to drive back home. Just rest up a bit. Make sure I'm fully rested before driving. And we'll head back.